Hello, and welcome back to the C Morning Show. Now it is time for our next talk show. Now, this topic is always brought back to this C Morning Show.
Yes.
Because, this topic is
Every year.
Every year.
We need to have this.
We need to have this topic because it's very important.
To refresh our mind and our body and our soul again during the holy month of Ramadan.
Exactly, because some people often use fasting as an excuse for not exercising.
You're talking to yourself, by the way.
I know, but out of fear of exhaustion.
That's right.
That's the main thing. However, experts have said that exercising during fasting can actually benefit the body and also mind.
Yes.
And will not cause exhaustion if done correctly and at the right time.
I love that.
That's where the tricky part is.
I love that Dr. Anita and I were like this when you're talking just now because like very dramatic. You brought the drama back in there, right, Doc?
Yeah.
Now, of course, when done correctly and at the right time, exercising would help with your fasting, make your body and mind more sharp. And here's to explain why our sports physician, Dr. Anita Suryani, who's no stranger right here in our program. Good morning, Dr. Anita.
Good morning.
It's so glad to have you back, of course.
Shining bright
Yeah.
this morning on a Wednesday.
Ramadan Mubarak to you, Dr. Anita.
Ramadan Mubarak to everyone.
That's right. So now we're passing the mark of 1 week. And usually when people, and during the holy month of Ramadan, starting fasting, they need to adjust their body.
Yes.
But after the first week, you should go back to
Yes.
whatever you're trained before.
Yeah.
So what is the benefits of exercising during fasting, the doc?
Okay, so when you're fasting, you're not in optimal condition like usual, right?
Yes, right.
You are in a threat of hypoglycemia and dehydration.
Yes.
Okay,
What's the
because
first
you're not
one, Anita?
because you're not eating. Hypoglycemia is the sugar level in your body. And remember that sugar is the main fuel of your brain.
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 All right.
Your muscle, your body can use the fat.
Okay.
But the brain just use the sugar.
Ah.
So hypoglycemia is like one of the threatening part of fasting.
Okay.
If you are make output of too much calories. And dehydration as well, because you're not drinking
Yes.
while fasting, right? So exercise in fasting, the principle is you have to avoid those two things.
Okay.
But the problem is, while fasting, exercise even is more needed than before. Okay, because when you're not drinking and eating, your muscle can easily be small.
That's right. It
That's
deflates.
right.
Yes, you have to keep that. You have to maintain that muscle to be still there in your body.
Oh.
Okay, and also the endurance of your cells of the lungs and also the heart. You have to maintain that endurance, strength, and also flexibility training.
I love how Dr. Anita pointed out, like, your muscle will deflate if you do not work out, everyone.
With
Right?
exclamation point.
I love the drama today, especially in this
and
segment.
Italy. You know? You
Yes.
have to exercise during this holy month of Ramadan as well. No excuse.
That's right.
No excuse.
So what kind of exercises? Because one would thought it would be low intensity, like
Yes.
you would do yoga and Pilates. But what
Yes.
about the gym rats, just like us, who want to go back to the gym, Doc?
Yeah.
Is this applicable during fasting?
Yeah, okay. So often connected with athletes and everyone that really wants to vigorous
Yes.
exercise, although in fasting. So actually you can do exercise anytime during the
Anytime.
day.
Okay.
Okay, but of course the safest time is after you can eat and you can drink.
Okay.
Or just a minute before, like 1 or 2 hours before breakfasting. Okay,
Yes.
like 4 and 5 o'clock. You can exercise like low and moderate intensity, not high intensity. But after you break fasting, after Tarawih, before sleeping or before shower, you can exercise in intensity at any intensity you want.
Right.
Okay. So the first point, if you want a high vigorous intensity, you do it after your breakfasting.
Okay.
But between fasting, because we have to avoid those two things, hypoglycemia and also the hydration. So choose low until moderate intensity at most. Yeah, so your body still have the ability to survive during the day until you break fasting.
Yeah.
So you can do any sport that have low and high moderate intensity.
Yeah.
Yoga, Pilates. Don't say Pilates low intensity.
Yeah,
Pilates
that
can be also vigorous intensity
Yes.
that really make you tired. Okay, brisk walking.
Ah.
Swimming, as long as you don't
Swimming,
drink
as
the
you
water.
don't, yeah. And then also cycling.
Cycling.
Everything. Volleyball can also sometimes become low, moderate
Intensity?
intensity.
Okay.
It's okay. So choose whatever exercise you like, and you can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So it depends. It's
Yes.
related to you. You specialize.
Yeah, because sometimes the human being like to push themselves to the limit.
Yeah.
Especially during
Yeah.
Ramadan, you
Yes.
know?
Yes.
People like to push themselves to the limit, sometimes during the afternoons,
Yeah,
10 a.m.
yeah.
They still like to do their normal activities, but
The
you can do
effort-
that, but at your own cost.
The advantage that we can get from fasting
Uh-huh.
is because you don't eat, you don't have another additional glucose.
Oh, energy,
Okay.
you know?
So, but to do your activity, you will easily burn your fat.
Ah.
So,
This is the
for
perfect
you-
time to burn your fat during the holy month of Ramadan.
The problem is, to burn the fat, you need oxygen. It's aerobic metabolism. You have to have enough oxygen while you do exercise to burn your fat.
Okay.
Means you don't need to do high intensity to burn your fat.
Oh.
So you need moderate intensity while you can still inhale, exhale enough.
So like you're breathing.
You're breathing enough so you can
Yes.
burn your fat.
Okay.
If you don't have enough oxygen, you will burn your glucose and it will not reduce your fat.
Okay.
So for you who wants to burn your fat,
that's a pro
don't do
tip.
high intensity, do moderate intensity. And this fasting time is really the perfect time.
There we go, Doc. And of course, we need to. Oh, you're
Oh,
making
yeah,
that. You're
right
making
now.
pointers. I love that. The notes. But you know, I think it seems that exercising during the holy month of Ramadan and also, you know, our fasting. This is to cleanse our mind and also our soul. Is the
Yes.
perfect match.
Yes.
But with that said, we're already doing the exercise. Sometimes this is what we do, Doc. When we hear the adhan and we do break fasting iftar. We drink everything. We like to drink the sugars. We ate the fritters, that is fried foods, everything we ate. Because we thought after this, we're going to go work out. So it's okay for us to dump all this in our body system, which actually that's not really true. So what kind of dietary plan that we should do and the fluids, how many fluids or how many water that we should intake during fasting?
Okay. So basically, you have to know that what's your purpose. If you want to reduce your fat, of course your intake calorie must be less than your output, right? So if you open for a breakfasting and you see a lot of unhealthy foods,
Which they are delicious, by the way. I'm sorry to say.
sugar,
Not
Yes.
to mention irresistible.
irresistible, and also fried food.
Yes.
Really,
could
really.
resist
Sorry,
fried
gorengan in
fritters.
Indonesia, the best in the
Wow.
world.
Yeah. So you just make the rubbish in your body.
Yeah.
Yeah. To burn again.
To burn again.
So yeah, you can just get balance the for calorie intake and outtake.
Just balance it.
Just balance. So actually, it's okay for you to just drink and eat everything that you want, but remember to put everything that healthy.
Yeah.
Yes.
The best for you.
And
Just
also
limit it,
in
you know?
moderation. In
Yeah, in
moderation. I mean, if
moderation.
you just want to taste, it's fine. So then you will not get the
Yeah.
euphoria of it. But what is the best actually, Doc? Because again, we've been fasting for 12 hours. What I heard, we need to intake something like carbo complex. Like that's why we'd have to dates, right?
Yeah,
Eat up
yeah.
dates and water, and that'll
Yeah.
be good because you know the body will digest it to know where to put it.
Yes.
So what should be the first meal that we have?
The principle is still balanced menu.
Okay.
Balanced nutrition menu. You still need the carbohydrates, you still
Yes.
need the fat, and also you still need the proteins, vitamin, and mineral.
Yes.
That still have to be balanced.
Okay.
Okay. So carbohydrate complex is okay when you first open fasting.
Yes.
To repair, to get back again your condition. Yeah, because you really lack of glucose, your brain especially will
foggy.
need that fuel because
Yeah.
it only can use that glucose. But after that,
After
you're-
praying, you go back to your meal.
Yeah, you go back to your
Yeah.
meal, but just remember that you have to still make it balanced. You're not more, all of them just glucose. You still need the proteins, especially if you want to build your muscle.
Yes.
Yeah, and
definitely.
a little bit of fat.
A little bit of fat.
Vitamin and mineral.
Just right protein.
It's like good fats. Avocado.
Fat. Yeah.
Good fats.
From and proteins from plants.
Uh-huh.
It's also good.
Yes.
From also the meal if you want to. Yeah, like whey protein meals is also okay. And don't forget about your hydration.
Water, water,
Yeah,
water.
water.
H2O.
They say it's 8 glasses,
8
2
glasses.
liters.
2
Yeah,
liters,
actually it's 1 and 2 milliliters per kilogram our body weight.
Oh, that's
that's
the
how
tip
you
right
count it.
there.
That's,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
so-
Noted, doc.
because-
Thank you very much.
Because we are like 50, 60 kilograms, 70, so we got 2 liters.
2 liters,
2
okay.
liters.
Minimum 2 liters
Yes.
per day. So we are down to the last question, Doc.
Yes.
We want to know, what are the strategies to prevent injuries or other health issues that may arise while exercising during the Ramadan?
First, start low, go slow.
Ooh,
I like that. Okay.
like that rhyme.
So you have to make your body have the time to adapt
Yeah.
in Ramadan. Yeah, because that's not the usual condition your body usually have. Okay, so you have to adapt, but don't worry. Our body is so clever, so good that it's only take 1 or 2 first time to adapt. So after your body is get used to exercise in Ramadan, it will be just okay. Yeah, but the endurance that we already discussed, don't use the high intensity long time before breakfasting, and don't sweat too much.
Don't sweat too much.
Yeah, don't choose the exercise out of the outdoor, like under the sun. Yeah, so choose the exercise in low until moderate intensity, especially if you are a heavy sweater. You know, like the one like really have a lot of sweat when you exercise. So choose the environment that nice. So not too hot, yeah. Even in indoor, you have to remember that you're still sweating, right?
Yes, of
Yeah,
course.
so you have to remember, don't high intensity and choose the environment that's comfortable for you.
Perfect. I like how Dr. Anita says, don't worry. If Dr. Anita says, don't worry, I will not worry, because she is so convincing.
Thank you very much, Dr. Anita
You're
Suryani. I
welcome.
think it's the perfect time that we have you on board in our studio for coming into the second week of Ramadan.
Yes,
So
my
there's a lot of great pointers. And then again, we're cleansing our soul and mind and also keep our body fit. And
Yes.
That's the way to go.
Perfecto. Now, let's take a break. After the break, we have a special segment during Ramadan called Salam Ramadan, just for you. So stay with us here on the C Morning Show. Thank you very much, Dr. Anita.
Thank
You're
you,
welcome.
Doc.
My
Always a
pleasure.
pleasure.
Thank you.